Good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome you to Pentucket Regional High School, a promenade for 2019. It's great to see so many of you out here today. So the prom is this evening at 6 o'clock down in Salisbury at Sea Glass. Kids are really excited, and we've got a whole group of couples inside. Just can't wait to come out and show you how great they look tonight. So our first couple, come on right up to the... Come on out. Come on. All right, so getting us started this afternoon, we have our senior class president, Jenna Labadini, escorted by Luke Cole. Next up is our senior class treasurer, Jack Cloyce, and Anna Powell. Next couple is Jackie Cloutier, escorted by the junior class president, Sam Stiles. Here we have Maddie Croto, escorted by the junior class vice president, Keegan Como. Next is the junior class secretary, Eden Winter, escorted by Connor O'Neill. Next up is the junior class treasurer, Lucy Powell, escorted by Luke Kreiser. Please welcome the Student Council co-presidents, Kevin Inger and Emily Riley. Next up is Kaylee Knox, escorted by Matt Teneo. Vanessa Franco, escorted by Kieran Gavin. Lily Queenan, escorted by Christian Malonis. Emily Sensi, escorted by Nick Cochran. Next up, we have Katie Lasser, Valerie Heath, and Tiffany Coogan. Tess Beach, escorted by Ethan Ruskowski. Talia Beach, escorted by Michael Ott. Nicole Tedisco, escorted by Connor Heilman. Cam Piesowitz, escorted by Colin Costa. Casey Snow, escorted by Miles Eason. Alyssa Matola, escorted by Matt Hersey. Tess Graham, escorted by Adam Greenbaum. Jess Galvin, escorted by Ryan Gallagher. Kaylee Enright, escorted by Will Capola. Allie Croto, escorted by VZ Jackson. Riley Roach, escorted by Nolan Morrison. And Clara Dorr is escorted by Jack Queenan. Anna Polcari, escorted by Anthony Giampetro. Kayala Ott, escorted by Brian Iacobacci. Isabel Bouncy, escorted by Lucas Raskowski. Next couple is Julia Rossi, escorted by David Gangemi. Little out of order here. Here we go. Keeping moving. Next up, we have Grace Tierney, escorted by Kyle Stock. And that brings us to Carly Sampu, escorted by Ethan Calderwood. Next up is Cassandra Plazinski, escorted by Aiden Rich. Next up, Nick Mower. Here we have Grace McIntyre, escorted by Tyler Laguerre. Next couple is Isabel Schutz, escorted by Gabe Driscoll. Sage Seymour, escorted by Corey Foster. Avery Keeves is escorted by Harrison Soap. Jillian Wong, escorted by Cameron Santos. Carolina Castanelos, escorted by Tim Beach. All right, help me out here. Help me out. Next couple is Emma Milne, escorted by Osiris Mojica. Our next couple is Maggie Olson, escorted by Zach Bogart. Grace Handy, escorted by Mario Capabianco. Caroline Horgan, escorted by Jake Etter. Emily Freed, escorted by Stephen Armeo. Olivia Cross, escorted by Julian Hallahan. Next couple is Eliza Fahey and Jordan Kingstad. Alexandra Janelli Fowler and Emily Wessent. And our next couple is Haley Brown, escorted by Brandon Berube. Janelle Demers, escorted by Andrew Malone. Kirsten Cloutier, escorted by Noel Prouty. Anna English, escorted by Nick LaMattina. Next couple is Ali Benicetti, escorted by Charlie Walsh. Lauren Barnes, escorted by Kevin Vino. Maggie Peterson, escorted by Ryan Susi. Kaylin Kelly, escorted by Nathan Conway. Madeline Doyle, escorted by Justin Snow. Angelica Hurley, escorted by Matthew White. Amanda Drislane, escorted by Jacob Luke. Next up is Lindsay Procurate, escorted by Patrick Dillon. Greta Maurer, escorted by Gus Flaherty. Sabrina Paulino, escorted by Alexander Satkis. Lily Meyer, escorted by Kenny Drury. Jess Colbert, escorted by Jake Messier. Maddie Malhot, escorted by Nico Dyer. Next up is Jasmine Jamoy, escorted by Nick D'Alessandro. Anna Parati, escorted by Matthew Johnson. Emma Wilson, escorted by Jordan Journay. Next up is Annika Ellis and Liam Murray. Lauren Kelly, escorted by Lucas Walbach. Michaela Lawless, escorted by Christian Glazer. Next up is Casey Pratt and Megan O'Keefe. Veronica Hart and Mac Mansfield Parisi. Lauren Du Bois and John Davis. Zoe Bates and Jake Baines. Next up is Samantha Belleville and Harley Walsh. Sydney Tremblay and Cameron Hegarty. Sophia Chirgotis and Anthony Accardi. Lindsay Fevry and Ajan Ransom. Emily Miller and Jake Dickinson. Colby Cameron and Mike McKenzie. Peyton Burns and Joe Johnson. Next up is Kylie Stewart and Mason Linger. Here we have Molly Forget and Evan Raftery. Sophie Blake and Quinn McCarran. Julia Redding, escorted by Luke Pichette. Katie Rosa, escorted by Ryan Kiley. Caitlin Grafton, escorted by Jake Carenti. Kayland Novak, escorted by Casey Winningham. Kendall Began, escorted by Ryan Chapman. Michaela Tilden. Next up is Mara Garies and Brett Pelletier. Ashley St. Louis, escorted by Brennan Walsh. Caitlin Sullivan and Forrest Moretti. Jessica Scholes and Thomas Shepard. Hannah Ketchke and Danny O'Terry. Ella Moradian and Maximus McDonough. Emma Walsh and John Hart. Emma Fandel and Gage Normandy. Jillian Buckley and Tyler Pifferling. Isabel Delisle, escorted by Stephen Merrill. Olivia Sheehan and Quinn Beeland. Caitlin Kuchar, escorted by Chris Husak. Liv Sisson, escorted by Thomas Payne. Next up, we have Amanda Davies and Grayson Fontaine. Next up is Lindsay Brossel and Aaron Gavin. Sasha Davis, escorted by Ian Kenny. JC Jennings, escorted by Peter Cleary. Emma Shute, escorted by Chris Harriman. Macy Rodriguez Cowell and Spencer Pacey. Aaron Flaherty and Jacob Coder. Megan White, escorted by Jordan Kane. Sarah Ryder and Michael Dondero. Nicole Ertel and Aiden Smith. Libby Grayson and Joseph Vanuti. Brooke Daniels and Kevin Couturier. Lydia Baldini and Matt Sortelli. Emily Ryder and Aristotle Campbell. Anna Weiner and Liam McDonough. Hannah Lambert and Josh Smith. Emily Meisner and Richie Hardy. Callie Beaton and Dylan O'Rourke. Madeline Duvall and Andrew Joyce. Chloe Spur and Jameson Keeves. Angelina Jacobacci and Peter Lapata. Megan Bean and Austin Senflaben. Gina D'Agostino and Dylan Gavin. Kelly Atwood, escorted by Owen Kamuta. Rachel Belleville and Devin Smith. Caroline Clark and Jay Casey. Ashlyn Reed and JoJo McDonald. Alexa Berkeley and Keegan O'Keefe. Kate Herndon and Ryan McGuire. Alyssa Borelli and Ben Bolio. Hannah Babcock and Matt Curtis. Kat Allen and Ethan Pasco. Jen Arnold and Austin Dwyer. Maddie Conover, escorted by Peter Lombara. Paige McIntosh, escorted by Owen Anderson. Next up is Jenny Hubbard and Nate Trimper. Sophie Beauperlant and Adam Cahalane. Jillian DiPaolo and Henry Sinise. Laura Purdy and Zach Mitchell. Giovanna Fioretti and Liam O'Brien. Haley Soto and Nolan O'Neill. Peyton Paradis and Ethan Houlihan. Malia Bulduck and Lane Thistlewood. Chloe Graham and Andrew Bennett. And this brings us to our last couple for Promenade 2019. So let's get a nice round of applause for Madison Rankin and Kyle Graham. Thank you all for coming. Have a great long weekend.